Hello. Welcome to the 7 months. Actually, I don't know if I already started the 7 months or not. Got my hair in little braids. It's so weird because when my hair was in braids, it used to come like all the way down here. I got little nubs. God, there was a few things I wanted to tell y'all. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all, I don't have back pain, which is only like 2 pounds right now, I think. I don't know. I haven't been back for another ultrasound in like a hot minute. Yeah, my back hasn't hurt this whole pregnancy. The only time it gets like a little achy is like when I'm going to sleep because the whole laying on my left side for freaking like what, 7 months straight. That's not true because the first like 2 or 3 months I still laid on my back and my right side. But yeah, I'm very grateful and lucky for that. So hopefully my back won't hurt at all the whole time, or at least just, you know, those last few weeks. Part of me wants to like not be miserable towards the end, but part of me does because I'm scared to give birth. And if I'm miserable, then I'll just be so ready to get rid of him in the nicest way possible. Like I won't care. I'll just be like, anyway, get him out. Oh, I scheduled, I put in a request to be scheduled for a 4D ultrasound Saturday, which today is Thursday. So hopefully that gets approved. My mom sent me the money for it. It's just like whether they have the date and time available. It's weird that you have to like request instead of them just showing you what's available, but whatever. Saturday, I'll be 29 weeks. That's so exciting and scary. Very scary. A lot of my stretch marks, except for the ones on my upper thighs up here, but a lot of my stretch marks have like lightened up already, which my whole body, like when it comes to scars from getting cut or I guess stretch marks, anything like that, it's really good at like fading them. Does that make sense? Not fading them, but like they just fade. So that's been making me happy because for a second in my head, I'm like, freak, I'm like this forever. But I've noticed it lightening up, and so it's been making me feel a little bit better. Not to say if your stretch marks don't go away, da-da-da-da-da. Don't be such a baby about it, okay? About what I'm saying. Like, realistically, right before I got pregnant, I was in like a 0 to 2. Like, I was just now getting to the point where like zeros weren't fitting, and I was like having to buy a size 2 in some pants. Some, because you know. And now it's to the point where I'm wearing like 10, 12, 14, 16. I'm just like, whoa, whoa. Because if you go from a 00 to a 0, like your whole teenage years, and then, you know, you were barely on a 2, and then within 7 months you up, how many sizes is that? 5 sizes? Holy crap. It's like a size every month. I have yet to buy any maternity clothes. Come for me, because I'm not spending that money. I'm not. That's crazy. I think it's impressive, personally. I can tell my work shirts are barely holding on, though. I think, I don't know, I'm gonna try to thug it out this last month, but he's putting on a lot of weight in this last month. In the last month, hopefully I won't be working too much. I gotta put away these blankets. Gosh, there was something else about my body I wanted to tell y'all, and I cannot think of it. These are the prenatals I've been taking. Have I ever showed y'all? With the folic acid and DHA, although I think that's like with all of them, so I don't know why they like write it on the front. Oh, emotional side of things, I wanted to tell y'all. It's so funny because as I'm getting closer, more and more people in my family, friends, are all like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. Are you excited? What? Because I feel bad because, like, only partially. I'm sure once everything happens, I'll be like, you know, I'll accept it. Because I accept things as they come. But when they're still ahead of time and I still have lots of time to think, I don't think the worst, but I'm thinking about every little thing. So I'm just like so nervous. It's not that I'm not excited. I'm excited to meet him. I'm excited to see what being a mom is like, what that feeling is like. Like, I really can't wait to like actually hold him for the first time. Because what the hell are y'all doing? Because like every mom talks about that, like that first moment, that instant bond and da-da-da-da. I just really hope I don't have any type of serious postpartum that makes me not bond with my baby. Postpartum depression, you know, the regular depression, you know, like, that'll suck, but I've had depression, which is why I'm scared I'm gonna, you know, have it. But I know there's medicines, and I know, you know, people can help me with that. The not bonding with the baby thing, I don't think there's just a pill you can take that'll make you bond with your baby. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know anything about that. I just hope it doesn't happen to me and I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I'm excited to see, like, what that feeling is. But outside of that, like, I'm still gonna be in a lot of pain. So, like, am I excited for that? No. I guess every day after that, sure. But that's what I'm focused on. I haven't even thought about that rest part. I mean, you know. But yeah, I'm excited for the 4D ultrasound because I do want to see what he looks like. And I feel like that's cheating. I don't know why. I feel like it should be like Christmas. It should be a surprise. But I also just want to know who he looks like more. I feel like he's going to look like Jeremy more because, one, he's a first child. And firstborns always look like their dads. I don't care what you say. They just do. I look like my dad. My half-brother from a different dad looks like his dad. And then the two that came after us, you know, like, they look like their moms. But in the regular ultrasounds we have, it looks like his nose is, you know, it goes down and then it's just got like a little bump right there. Like it's very flat and then just like a little bump, like teeny tiny little nose. And Jeremy has a tiny nose. So I just feel like he has Jeremy's nose. Sky wants out of the bedroom so bad, but I don't want to let her out of the bedroom. I want the kitty cats in here with me. He's moving around so much right now. That's another thing, emotional side. First of all, the reason I get scared about like the bonding with my baby and everything, like the reason why like that is on my mind as like a specific, is because I feel like it took me, which I try not to compare myself to any other pregnancies because, you know, we're all different. It seems like it took me longer to kind of like bond with my baby just as much as you can while they're in your stomach. Because, I don't know, women would talk about like how, oh, as soon as they were pregnant, boom, bond. And to me, I'm just like, I don't even know him. Like now I definitely feel an attachment, but like it took until he was like moving very clearly, which I think was around 20 weeks. I can't remember. And I think that was just like flutters. Maybe it was like 18 weeks. I don't remember. But it was just like little itty bitty flutters. But like up until that point, like I would have been, oh, this sounds so bad. Like I would have been sad if something happened, but I also don't think it would have affected me as much as it would like now in the pregnancy. Like now I feel like because I've seen him a lot, he looks more like a little human. He moves around a lot and he can kind of interact with my hand movements and everything. Like we're able to interact with each other. I definitely have more of a bond. You know, certain noises, if something's really loud, he'll react to it. He'll react to music. What was I saying though? Like, I hope he sleeps through the night. I hope he is one big sleepy baby. I hope I'm able to produce enough breast milk to feed him. I am so concerned about that. I'm like, oh my God, please. Even if I can't necessarily breastfeed, I want to be able to pump enough. And I do not eat my oatmeal. I tried it. I tried it, y'all. I've tried oatmeal multiple times in my life. The only time I was it, I'm not even going to speak on that, actually. I guess I'll stop rambling for now. I'll tell y'all more when I have more to say. Me and my mom are about to get our toes done. But I had to tell y'all, I went to the bathroom, and when I pulled up my panties, they ripped.
What the fuck? What are you yanking for?
They literally tore, and I just sat there like, I'm not that big.
On the side?
Like, yeah, like in the crotch, like in the front, but on the side, like
Oh, I was like, do you want some light?
Okay, we can talk. He's gonna be talking, so I can't remember the last time I talked to y'all or what I talked to y'all about. But I have a 3-month. Oh my gosh, what? I have a 3D scan, 3D ultrasound tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. We're gonna see the little baby. He just had hiccups for the first time yesterday. And then he had them again today. It kind of scared me. It didn't scare me because I figured that's what it was. But he stopped moving for a real long time after the hiccups. And I was like, are you okay in there, bud? I was supposed to drink 6 bottles of water 5 days, like 6 bottles each day for 5 days before the scan, but I did not do that shit. I maybe got 2 or 3, but I think because it increases the amount of amniotic fluid and that makes it easier to see them or something, but whatever, you get a free rescan if they can't see them anyway. So, but yeah, I paid for this little thing, so I'm supposed to get free bottles, free formula, and then the scan, and then my grandma, well, my mom paid for it all, and then my grandma paid for the little DVD thing. Like, the whole session gets recorded on a little thing, and then we get it on DVD, which is so strange they do DVD instead of like just emailing it to you or something, because I mean DVDs are kind of outdated at this point in time. Like, I was like, Grandma, you even got a DVD player? Because we don't. We got a PlayStation though. I'd probably work on that. Oh, I was gonna tell you, I'm really bloated. Like, I can't wear my wedding band anymore. My feet are really swollen. My legs are pretty swollen, because some days it looks like all the insides are just gonna bust through the skin. My stomach, still no stretch marks. I barely have one of them little lines that goes down the center of your stomach. Like, barely. I want to tell y'all something, but it's embarrassing. Basically, I noticed something back there didn't look right, and so I was like, what is that? So I was like, what's that? And then I ignored it because it didn't bother me, and I ignored it for a real long time, like months. Okay, like 2 months. I was like, oh, it'll just go away. It didn't. So then I talked to my mom about it. I was like, better is inside out. And she was like, oh, you probably got hemorrhoids. What? Me? Because I've heard that hurts. Like, the people who talk about it, they can't even sit down, like, on a couch because they're like, oh, my butthole. But I think that is what it is. But I Googled pictures of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's scary, because this is like purple and bloody. That's not what is happening. So I was like, But it is common in pregnancies. So I think I'm gonna ask my doctor about something. I can't believe I'm bringing another boy into this world. I haven't checked in since the 3D ultrasound, and I forgot to tell y'all how it went. It went really good. I don't know if I can include the video because they gave it to me on DVD, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna get that on my phone. I'm probably gonna have to end up going somewhere, like those people that, you know, transfer data or whatever. I don't know. They did see that he had hair. They could only see it like at the back of his neck, like a little mullet. They couldn't really see the sides or the top because of the way he was positioned. But I hope he come out with a full head of hair. Damn, the bed look a mess. I gotta update y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I look like in the mirror because I really don't be showing y'all. Like, it's not because I don't like the way I look. In fact, I did want to talk about that. My stretch marks up here, they're dying down. And I knew they would because my body, I tell you what, my skin is so good. When it comes to scars and stretch marks, like they all turn clear or whatever, or white. I'm gonna shut that because he's being loud as fuck. It's going away. I do have some stretch marks like on my thighs up here. A whole bunch. Talking about some. I look like a tiger for real. But those don't really bother me. I don't know. Stretch marks on your butt, thigh area just doesn't bother me. I don't know. Kind of like acne on my cheeks. Never bothers me, which honestly my skin is very clear since pregnancy. But when I did have acne, it was always the forehead, nose, chin area, like your T-zone that bothered me. Also, oddly enough, as much stretch marks as I do have, Still absolutely zero stretch marks on my stomach, which, like my grandma said, once my stomach actually goes down from giving birth, I'll probably have stretch marks. But I'm just very surprised that I've got stretch marks like in all these other places and not on my stomach, considering it's what's growing the most. But whatever. But yeah, so I don't really hate my body anymore. I mean, I definitely can't wait to get him out and to have my body back and lay how I want and eat how I want. I have always been a very skinny child, like, you know, like sickly looking skinny type of child. The numbers don't bother me, but it is appearance wise. Like, definitely I've got some extra here that I'm not used to. My arms are a little bit bigger. Everything's just a little bit bigger. But it's really the face that bothers me the most, but angles. The other night, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have washed the t-shirt, but I'm not sure it even came out. I could probably find it and show y'all. My nipple like felt weird, and I was like, whatever. I just didn't care. It kind of felt like itchy, but like not like just through the shirt, just like I rub it because I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like my actual like my nipple, not like, you know, around like dead center. So I was like, that's weird, but whatever. Because I'm on my phone. It's bedtime. I'm laying there. Then I had to get up and pee, so I got up and peed. And then as I was washing my hands, I was looking in the mirror. I was like, what is that? There was a wet spot about the size of a quarter. I thought she was about to jump on that box and jump up in my baby's crib. But yeah, I was like, oh my God. So my brain was like, at first I was like, how the freak? I'm like, I'm awake. How did I drool on myself when I've been laying on my left side and it was on my right side? And so I was like, oh my gosh. And then I remembered the itchy feeling. I was like, ew. I was like, this is probably colostrum. What? And then I started freaking out because I'm like, oh my God. Because I'm sitting here. I remember I asked my doctor, I was like, it was like a while back. I asked him, I was like, okay, and if I start leaking or producing, should I pump? Because I heard a lot of girls like pumping their colostrum and keeping it so that when the baby arrives. So I was like, should I do that? And like, how soon should I start it? And he was like, actually don't do that because sometimes it can like start early labor. And to be honest, you can stay in here as long as you want because you ain't bothering me that bad. You bother me every single night, but you're not bothering me that bad. And I'm not ready. I'm scared. So you can stay as long as you like. So, okay. So back to the original story. I'm telling y'all, you know, I have the least amount of brain cells like right now than like I ever will, I guess, in my life. I produce less brain cells and I'm supposed to keep this thing alive? Y'all gonna make me stupider? So I started Googling it. I'm like, oh, because I started freaking out because he's like, oh, you know, if you start like expressing it or whatever, meaning like pumping it and stuff, it can start early labor. So I'm like, fuck. I don't know. I just started like, as soon as that happened, it was just one of those moments that makes it like, oh my God, like you're having a baby. And so I was like, oh my God, does that mean I'm gonna have early labor? Like, even though that's not what he said and that's not what I'm telling y'all I heard or that what I got from that conversation, but it just made me started like thinking about that, like, oh my God. I'm so around from this angle. Because it felt weird. It was not just like a regular scratch, but I was just like, you know, everything in my body feels weird and it's changing. So I was just like, oh, whatever, you know. So I didn't think anything of it at the time. But yeah, by the time I looked in the mirror, like when I got up to use the bathroom and looked in the mirror, it was dried. And it dries how like sperm dries on clothes, like crunchy hard. So I don't even know if it came out of the shirt. I know I read somewhere that breast milk can like stain your clothes, but I don't know if it's the same for colostrum because it's not the same thing. Yeah, that happened like 2 nights ago, I think, and it hasn't happened since, so whatever. Because the next morning I was like, damn, should I go ahead and put on like one of my nursing pads like in my bra just to be safe? Like, what if it happens at work? But it didn't, and it hasn't happened since either. Like I was telling y'all, I've had Braxton Hicks. Now I'm like, okay, but did I even really have them? Because ever since those 2 times, gone. Not. I'm like, what? That's your body practicing, and you gonna tell me you were practicing twice and then just done? Like, I don't really want Braxton Hicks, but if that's the test run, that's the practice, I'm gonna need some more practice. You really gonna let me just wait till the date and find out? What? But yeah, I definitely do want to say, like, I'm feeling better about my body. Can't wait to be skinny again. Because that's all I wanted for a really long time, was to gain weight. Like when I hit 100 pounds, I think after high school, I don't even think I was 100 pounds in 12th grade. I was so proud because people would tell me I look skinny, I look anorexic. Like people would talk about that, you know? And then, oh my God, 2016, 2017, being in high school with like Nicki Minaj, Kim K butt era, being like slim thick was the thing. I heard it all about being skinny. I heard it all, okay? So gaining weight has never been a problem for me. I think it's just how fast it's happened and kind of like not on my terms, if that makes sense. Because it's not like I'm choosing, oh, it's muscle gain or it's regular fat, and it's just super fast, and I am ready to be skinny again. Mainly for mobility reasons. Good God, it's hard to move around when you're this big. I wanted to tell y'all, what's it called? It starts with an S. It's your nerve or whatever that causes the pain down your back, and like some women say it goes down your thighs, like down your butt and your thighs. Starts with an S, can't think of it, but I wanted to say that I haven't really had it. One day where I was like, yeah, that's definitely what they're talking about, because it went down like the inside of my thigh. Other than that, I really haven't had it. Oh, God damn, Sky. You're about to turn me out. Because of the air. Not gonna turn it off. It's 87 degrees. Yeah, so I guess that's the end of this monthly vlog. I hope you enjoyed. There wasn't much going on. I don't know what my next ultrasound is, but I'm super excited for it. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. After 9 months after my baby's here, what the hell am I gonna record? It's not gonna be my baby. I don't. Spoiler alert, y'all not gonna see my baby. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in for 8 months so you can see big old lady at the beach. I'm gonna start, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start showing my body more, like my bump and everything. Not like my body, but like my bump and everything, because it's something about, you always look back at a photo of yourself and you're like, oh, like I was so much prettier than I thought, or like, oh, like I missed that and that and that. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Thank you so much for watching.